Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. Malaysia's benchmark index fell as much as 4.89% today, charting its worst day since March 13, 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic and tracking bigger losses in the Asian markets as selling pressure continued in global equities. The FBM KLCI fell to as low as 1,532.24 points from last Friday's close of 1,611.05 before rebounding slightly at market close to end the day at 1,536.48, still down 4.63% for its worst day in over 4 years. There were 1,659 decliners against 83 gainers, while 131 counters traded unchanged. Total volume surged to 9.26 billion units, worth 7.97 billion ringgit. Stock markets worldwide tumbled today, with Japan's benchmark at one point exceeding its 1987 Black Monday loss, after fears the US could be heading for recession sparked global panic selling, which in turn triggered circuit breakers in exchanges across the Asian region. The Nikkei 225 saw a 12.4% rout. South Korea's Kospi fell by 8.77% and Taiwan's TAIEX declined by 8.35%. In Europe, the Stoxx Europe 600 had shed 2.4% at last look, and the futures markets indicated that the momentum is likely to extend to the US. The ringgit jumped the most in 9 years on bets foreign capital will flood in amid optimism surrounding Malaysia's economy. A Bloomberg report noted that the currency surged as much as 2.3% today, marking its largest single-day gain since October 2015. At 5 p.m, the closing foreign exchange rates from Bank Negara showed the ringgit strengthened to 4.43 against the US dollar, its strongest level since April 2023. It outperformed its developing peers, including the Chinese yuan, on a day of significant turmoil in the global markets. The report noted that after 3 years of losses, the ringgit is leading gains in emerging markets this quarter, as Putrajaya sought to attract more foreign investments and began rolling back subsidies to narrow the budget deficit. The currency, which analysts say is undervalued, is set to benefit from the prospect of interest rate cuts by the US Federal Reserve starting next month. It stood out against a sell-off in global risk assets today, amid concerns that the Fed may be behind the curve with policy support for a slowing US economy. Berjaya is demanding a public apology from social media giant Meta Platforms Inc. over the removal of several posts by Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim on his official Facebook and Instagram accounts. In a statement today, the Prime Minister's Office, or PMO, said this was conveyed during a meeting between representatives of its Media and Strategic Communications Division and Meta, during which Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil and MCMC Chairman Salim Fatih Din were also present. During this meeting, the PMO expressed its deep dismay at Meta's action in removing Anwar's posts regarding the late Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Meta's actions, it said, were discriminatory, unjust and a blatant suppression of free expression, as well as an affront to the legitimate struggle of the Palestinian people in their pursuits of justice and human rights. It is also dismayed by the suspension of the live broadcast on Facebook via the Berita RTM account, which was streaming the Palestinian Liberation Rally last night. Aside from a public apology, the PMO wants Meta to provide a detailed explanation of its decisions to rectify the matter. Meta is expected to issue a statement on this today. MISC announced that its COO Zahid Osman will take over as the group's president and group CEO from August 16th. He succeeds Captain Rajalingam Subramaniam, who is stepping down on August 15th after less than 2 years on the job. In a Bourse filing, the energy shipping giant said Rajalingam is leaving to pursue other interests and thanked him for his exemplary service since his appointment to the position in October 2022. Zahid's appointment, meanwhile, is in line with the group's succession planning process. According to MISC, Zahid joined the company in 2017 as Vice President of Gas Assets and Solutions, later becoming Vice President of Corporate Planning in 2022. He has served on the boards of several subsidiaries and joint ventures within the MISC group and became a director on the board of its petroleum arm AET in January 2020. He was appointed as President and CEO of AET on June 1, 2023 and became COO of MISC on June 1, 2024 while continuing in his roles at AET. Prior to MISC, Zahid worked at Shell Group for over 20 years. Berjaya Food said its international arm has secured the rights to operate Starbucks stores in Iceland, Denmark and Finland. The expansion by Berjaya Food International, or BFI, marks the first entry of a Malaysian public-listed food and beverage company into Nordic markets. BFI will focus on local hiring and sourcing while lending its culinary and operational expertise. In a statement, Berjaya Food said the vision is to blend Starbucks' iconic standards of quality, innovation and hospitality with its own brand of culinary and operational excellence, promising the renowned unparalleled Starbucks experience to Nordic coffee enthusiasts. Its CEO, Dato' Sidney Keys, added that the group is excited to bring its expertise and passion for excellence to the vibrant Nordic coffee culture, introducing warm Malaysian hospitality and promising the exceptional Starbucks third-place experience cherished worldwide. Berjaya Food's portfolio includes Starbucks Coffee, Kenny Rogers Roasters, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Jolly Bean, Sala and Paris Baguette. Duncan Moy, president of Starbucks Europe, Middle East and Africa, said the coffee giant is pleased to expand its presence in the Nordic markets alongside Berjaya Food and contribute to the region's vibrant local coffee community.